Welcome to the Effortless English Show with the world's #1 English teacher, AJ Hoge, where AJ's more than 40 million students worldwide finally learn English once and for all, without the boring textbooks, classrooms, and grammar drills. Here's AJ with a quick piece to help you learn to speak fluent English effortlessly.
I am AJ Hoge, author of Effortless English. Learn to speak English like a native, and you will speak English like a native. Today, four habits to change your future with English. And honestly, you can adapt, you can use these habits for any important goal you have in life. But today, of course, we'll focus on English, to speak English fluently, to speak English powerfully, to speak English confidently, to speak English effortlessly. All right, we have people joining from around the world for our live show on YouTube as usual. So I'll just give a minute for people to join, and then we will start with our topic. Now, my book is free. If you're watching on video, you can see on the screen effortlessenglishclub.com/7rules. Go to that page. Just go to the web page anywhere. Just enter your email on at my website. This is my only official website, effortlessenglishclub.com. Anything else is a fake. Be careful. People get cheated by fakes sometimes. Be careful. effortlessenglishclub.com. Enter your email, and I'll send you a link to my book. Get the whole book for free, and also tell you how to get the audiobook as well. The audiobook will be coming soon. When you join my email list, when you subscribe to my email list, I will send you information to get the whole audiobook for free also. So you can read it and listen to it at the same time. Learn all of the Effortless English system. All right, let's get into our topic right away, guys. Just hi to everybody who's joining live. Okay, our topic. So 4 habits. These are 4 simple habits. A lot of times people, they struggle with motivation. Okay, so you know that Effortless English is a great system. You know you have a goal to speak English confidently. Maybe you need to pass the OET. Maybe you need to pass the GMAT. Maybe you need to pass IELTS, TOEFL. Maybe you have a job interview coming, right? And you need to do well in the job interview, and it's going to be in English because you have a job opportunity with English. These are all important goals, important situations, but also a bit stressful. And sometimes people get stressed and they lose their motivation. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to start. They try to do too much, everything suddenly, try to be perfect. And then what happens is they fail, right? Because it's too hard. And then they just quit. They give up. They get discouraged, right? They lose hope. They lose their energy. So I think sometimes it's easier to focus on just doing some simple things. A few simple things every day. Little improvement. They add up. They become big. These little small improvements become big. They're less stressful. You need less motivation to do this. And it's very effective. I use this in my life all the time. I'm using it right now. In fact, these 4 habits, the reason I'm going to talk to you about these 4 habits is I'm doing something similar in my own life. Not with English, but with something else. Okay, so habit number 1 I have talked about before, but it's so important. All my VIP members know this habit. It's the first thing I teach you exactly how to do in my VIP program. That's a morning routine, a morning power routine. We'll call it a morning power routine. Oh, let me try to fix my microphone. 1 second, guys. Sorry. There we go. Little microphone problem there. Check. I think we got a microphone now. There we go. Better microphone. All right. So a morning routine is our first habit, right? Why? Why is it so important? Why do I focus on this so much, especially with my VIP members and when I teach you as well? Because you need to start the day strong. If you start the day badly, then it's it's hard to improve the rest of the day. Your whole day can be lost, right? You wake up, you feel tired, you're depressed, you've got low energy, you didn't get enough sleep, whatever. Many reasons we wake up and have kind of a bad start to the day. And then what this does is it can kind of create a habit, and then the rest of the day just is bad. Like you lose the whole day just because you woke up badly. That's not good. You want to start the day strong, because this, of course, creates a positive cycle, right? The opposite. If you start the day strong, feeling great, well, then it's easier to continue, right? Feeling great, and to be motivated, and to be energetic, and to do good work, and to, focus on your goals. It's much easier when you start strong. So you don't want to just depend on how you feel, because you never know. You might feel tired, you might feel good. So you need a habit every morning to energize yourself and feel positive and good. Okay? So, of course, my VIP program, I go in a lot of detail about this, but a simple thing you can do is just play some happy, energetic music every morning and jump and dance around. Okay? That's it. It sounds silly. It sounds funny. It sounds crazy, but you know what? It'll put you in a better mood. It'll start you in a better mood. You might wake up feeling, like I'm not a good morning person. I don't like mornings, early mornings. I'm a slow starter in the day. Okay? I'm slow to wake up. I'm slow to get energized in the morning. I'm a night person. I prefer nights. But, I have young children now, so it's not they wake up really early, and I have to get up early now. So every morning I have a little routine. It lasts almost like an hour of things I do to get myself energized and feeling positive. So the rest of the day, I'm not in a bad mood. I'm not tired. I'm in a good mood, and I'm focused and energized. Okay, so do that. You could do some exercise in the morning, but just create a habit in the morning, simple, to energize yourself and be positive. Like I said, the easiest way is play happy music and just jump around and dance for 10 minutes. That'll start your day in a good way. So that's habit number 1. Habit number 2 is specific to your learning, your goal. Let's talk about English. 1 hour a day listening to English lessons. 1 hour a day. That's all. If you do more, great. But your goal for success every day is just 1 hour a day listening. Okay, if you have one of my courses, it might be Power English. Okay, you listen to your Power English lessons 1 hour a day. If you're a VIP member, great. You listen to those lessons 1 hour a day. Or if you have my Business English course or my pronunciation course, doesn't matter, whichever one, listen 1 hour per day. That's your goal. You might get motivated and excited and do more. Great, awesome. Just don't do less. Okay, 1 hour a day is your standard, is your level of success. That's it, just 1 hour, so you don't get stressed out. Some people, they have a good motivation in the beginning, and they say, I'm going to do 8 hours a day, intense. That's great. Obviously, that's fantastic. The problem is, can you sustain that? Can you do that every day? Or if what happens is you say, I'm going to do 8 hours, that's my goal, and you do 8 hours the first day, and then the second day, you only do 6 hours. Well, 6 hours is still fantastic, but how will you feel? You're going to feel like you failed, because you said your goal was 8, and you only did 6. Right? So then this starts to, it damages, it hurts your motivation. You feel like, I failed. And failure makes us feel less motivated, usually, especially if we fail a lot. And maybe say day number 3, you do 7 hours, which is, of course, still fantastic. But again, you feel, I failed. I didn't do 8. My goal is 8, and I didn't do it. Right? So you might do 7 hours, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row. But then you feel like, I failed 8 days in a row. And then what happens is your motivation can really drop, and then you don't want to do it at all. You just quit completely. This happens so often. People try to do too much, or at least they make the goal too big in the beginning. They try to get this amazing habit, right? I'm going to eat perfectly, right? If you're trying to lose weight. I'm going to do 10 hours a day of English every day. I'm going to, whatever it is. But that's great. But what often happens is that you don't reach that goal, and then it actually kills your motivation. Your goal, having that giant goal in the beginning, is actually not so good. It's actually better to have a small goal in the beginning. And then if you do more, you feel fantastic. So let's see the same situation. Your goal is 1 hour a day, but you do 6 hours tomorrow. How will you feel? You're going to feel, oh my God, wow, what a big win. My goal was 1 and I did 6. I did 6 times more. Oh, awesome, fantastic. I'm doing great. And the next day you do 7 hours. Wow, my goal is 1 hour and I did 7 hours. Fantastic. You're going to feel super successful and motivated. It's the same amount of time. But by having the goal a little bit smaller and easier, it's easier to achieve that goal every day, which makes you feel good. And then you want to keep going. And it's easier to exceed the goal, right? To go past your goal. And then you feel really, really good. You feel fantastic. And then maybe one day you get busy and you only do 1 hour. Right? That's okay. You still got your goal. You still did it. You'll feel fine. It won't hurt your motivation. Right? So this is why a simple kind of low goal every day is actually quite good for motivation. It's a great habit and it will build success. So just 1 hour a day is your goal. Do more if you can, but 1 hour a day. Habit number 3. Habit number 3 is super important. In the evening, kind of, later in your day, you need to assess. What does that mean? To assess. To assess means to evaluate is another word we use, to evaluate. It means you look at your day and you give yourself kind of a grade. You decide, did I do it or not? Was I successful today or not? And it's just day to day. You're not looking at the whole week. You're not looking at the month. You're not looking at your whole life. Just that one day. So you get to the end of your day and you're like, did I succeed? How did I do today? How was today? Did I listen 1 hour at least? Yes or no? Did I have a nice, strong morning routine? Did I start my morning feeling energetic? Did I make myself feel good and energetic in the morning? Yes or no? This habit's so important to look at your day every day and decide what was good, what was bad. Did I succeed with my small goals for the day? Or did I not succeed? Some days you'll fail. I'm doing this now. I've made this a kind of a strong habit lately, the last few weeks, last couple of weeks. And I'm even writing it on my calendar. And for me, it's win or lose. That's how I do it. So I have my goals. My goals are focused on being a dad, trying to be a better father. I have some specific things I'm trying to do. So at the end of the day, in the evening, the kids go to bed, I will sit down and I think about my day and I decide, did I do what I wanted to do? Did I achieve my goals for the day, those little small goals for the day? Or did I not? If I did, I'll write on my calendar. I'm pointing at my wall calendar right now. It's behind my computer. And I'll put a W, win. I won the day. I did what I needed to do. And if I did not, I'll put an L for a lose, right? It's kind of like I'm playing a game, win, lose. And what's my overall goal is to have, of course, more and more wins, less and less losses, right? I want to win every day, right? Seize the day. And some days I win big, I feel like, oh, I was a great dad today. I was fantastic. I was energetic. I was so wonderful with my kids. Great. But you know what? Some days I just barely win. I'm tired. I wake up tired. I try my best. And it's kind of like I'm fighting the whole day, fighting, and struggling because I'm not really feeling so good. I'm maybe in a bad mood. I'm maybe physically tired. I didn't get enough sleep, whatever. But I keep fighting, and maybe I still win that day. I do what I needed to do. I reach my little goals for the day. It wasn't a great day, but I still did it. And so, you know what? Then I feel good. I feel motivated. Then, all right, tomorrow I can do even better. It really helps motivation. See, I was having a problem. The reason I started doing this is I was having a problem where I had this idea in my mind of like the perfect dad, right? Perfect, super perfect dad. Super dad, right? That I would wake up feeling fantastic and I would be, super enthusiastic and loving and affectionate all the time, all day long with my kids, from when I woke up until when they went to sleep. And then I was not doing it, right? Because, sometimes I got busy. Sometimes I got tired. The kids get grumpy. They're not behaving well. I lose my patience. And then I just feel like a failure. I wasn't perfect today. And so I just started losing my motivation to even try, right? I was not getting better. I was not becoming a better dad. I'm like, okay, this isn't working, trying to be perfect dad. It's too much to try to change suddenly. So that's what I decided, this little system I just made little small changes. There's just a few small things I want to do every day with my kids, and a few small things I don't want to do. Bad behavior, right? Like lose my patience and yell, raise my voice. So I just, at the end of the day, I have like a little scorecard, and I just decide, did I win or lose today? Small goals. Okay. So finally, the fourth one is to have a evening routine, some kind of meditation just before you go to bed. And you want to go, so you go to bed in a positive mood. You start your day in a positive way, and you finish your day in a positive way. You can find lots of guided meditations on YouTube, online, on podcast. You can find lots of them. You could use a religious one. You could have your nighttime routine might involve praying, meditating, again, listening to calming music, visualizing, imagining positive things. You might focus on gratitude. What am I grateful for today? There's many ways to do this. Okay, you can decide. Again, I teach my VIP members a specific one, but you can do really anything. So then you end the day and you go to sleep again in that positive mindset. So those are the four. They're very simple, and that's important. They should be simple and they should be easy. Because if they're simple and easy, then you get motivated. You think, I can do this. I am doing it. And then you get more motivated. Every day you succeed, you feel more confident and even more motivated. It gets better and better and better. A positive spiral, an upward spiral, we call that. Okay, so wake up, morning routine to get energized. Number 2, 1 hour a day of English listening to lessons. If you have another goal, then 1 hour a day, it might be 1 hour a day of exercise where you walk 1 hour every day. 1 hour a day focused on your goal. Habit number 3, assess. In the evening, assess, right? It means give yourself a grade. Did I win today? Did I lose today? Did I do my little goals? Did I accomplish them? Or did I not? And then number 4, late night, go to bed routine that makes you feel strong and positive and good. Some kind of meditation, prayer, music, something. And that's it. 4 habits. These will change your life. Will they change your life in one day? No, but I think you'll notice a change even after just 1 month. You're going to notice this feeling of momentum. You're going to feel more confident, more energy, more motivation when you do it just for 30 days. And you do it for 3 months, you will notice quite big changes happening. I'm already noticing this in my life as a dad. I feel like, wow, the last couple weeks, I'm doing much better. I have improved significantly just because of these 4 little habits. So you'll notice this with your English. You'll notice this with any other goals you have. It's actually quite powerful. Many times it's these little simple small things that are so powerful. And why they're powerful is because we do them every day. See, the big things, we think, I'll just do something huge and big. And that's fine, but the problem is those things are hard to do every day. So we do them for a few days, we do them for a week, maybe 2, and then we get too tired or distracted or busy, and then we stop. So we kind of go up and then we crash. We go up and then we crash. This is better. Small things every day, every day, every day. And you'll notice 3 months, after 6 months, you'll notice big improvements doing this. Just these small things. All right, let's get into our live comments and questions as usual. Yeah, like Psy Coach Cleefy says, hey, Cleefy says, without enough sleep, sometimes my mood becomes terrible and miserable. Yes, that's all of us. Believe me, I understand. With small kids, with twins, there were times, especially when they were babies, where, I was just getting almost no sleep for several nights in a row. And it's very difficult to stay positive and motivated and energized when your sleep is terrible. You can do it after, like, at least for me, I'm okay one night, bad sleep. Now I'm so used to it. 2 nights bad sleep, I can still be pretty good. But if there's 3 nights in a row where I get bad sleep, it becomes very, very difficult for me to be positive or to do anything good. So you got to find a way. You got to find a way to get good sleep. You maybe change the way you eat, change your sleep routine. That meditation can help calm you down. Sometimes people, they lie in bed and they're just thinking. It's hard to get to sleep. They've got a lot of stress in their mind. You might try taking some vitamins or supplements, do some research about that. But yeah, good sleep is important. It's another good habit, honestly. You could make that habit number 5. Slow and steady wins the race, says, again, from Cleefy. Yes, exactly, Cleefy. That's right. Okay. John Melissa says, I go to bed at early morning and not late night. Well, it doesn't matter. It's the same idea. Some people work night shifts and sleep in the day, but, you get the idea. All right. Let's see. Oh, see, this is great. See, Abu Bakr says, I listen to you 8 hours a day at my job, Monday to Thursday. And this is a nice way, too, to build in habits for listening to English. And this is what's great about especially audios and audio lessons, is that you can often put them in the background while you do something else. So some of you don't have jobs where you can do this, but if you do have a job like this, you can just play English all day long while you're at work. So you're doing work, making money, great. You're also improving your English. You might not be totally focused on the English listening at that point. Of course, you're having to do your job, but it'll still help having it in the background. You can do this at home when you're cooking and cleaning and, you can do it when you're out exercising. So you can get a lot of extra hours of listening while you do other things, driving, sitting in a bus or a car or a train, something like that, right? Very good. Okay, let's see. Oh, Second Mirror Life. Good to see you. Good morning, AJ. Get emotionally involved with what you want to do in life, whether it's English or something else. Yep, I agree. This is kind of what that morning routine is about, is generating emotion, because emotion is energy, right? Emotion's energy, and we need energy to do anything, right? And certainly when you're trying to accomplish a goal, right? You want to improve your English, you want to get, healthier, you want to exercise more. Well, you need energy for these things, and not only physical energy, but that mental, emotional energy. That's where the motivation comes from. So that's why it's so important to do things like listen to exciting music and just jump around. It seems crazy, but it actually will make you feel better. It's going to improve your mood. It's going to give you better, more positive emotions. It's going to increase your physical energy as well. Those of you who have my Power English course, you know this, because before every lesson I tell you to jump around and smile and So, very important. Okay, let's take a look at any more questions. Okay. Yeah, see, like William Brisola says, I used to listen to you in traffic while driving to my job. I listened to you on Spotify. Exactly. Any extra time you have, you can listen. So this is a great thing about, like as I said, audios. You don't have to look at them, so you can just listen while you do other things. Saleh says, I've been living in the USA for 3 months. I'm 31 years old. Can you advise me how to study for 10 hours without submitting my thesis? I'm not sure. I don't understand. This is via Google Translate. Submitting my. I'm not sure. Are you in grad school? Yeah, I'm a little confused by your question. Honestly, I'm not sure what you're asking me exactly. Cool. Emmanuel Pakwan says, my name is Emmanuel from South Sudan, streaming from Egypt. I'm a big fan of your channel. I have all your videos downloaded on my mobile phone. They have helped me a lot in general. Awesome. And good luck to you. Anna, great to see you as always. I'm a bit late today, she says, while washing the dishes, while driving a car, while doing my chores. I always listen to your podcasts. It really helps me. Yep, it can just become kind of the background soundtrack. I do think that 1 hour a day, right? That habit of 1 hour a day, you should at least 1 hour a day try to be focused, right? Where you're totally focused on English, whatever you're listening to, especially the lessons, the courses. So that's your 1 hour, really focused. The rest of the day, you can be doing other things, still listening, and it's in the background, but maybe not 100% focused, right? You might be cooking, cleaning, driving, all these other things. Do I teach private lessons? I do not. Sorry. Iraq John says, you're right when you said that meditation is good for those who have schizophrenia. Oh, good. I've tried it and now I'm feeling more calm. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that's great. I don't know, I'm not an expert on schizophrenia. As far as I know, it can be like hearing voices and seeing things. I know that's one kind of schizophrenia, but the experience, like what does it feel like to be schizophrenic? I don't really know. But one thing I do know is that meditation, one thing it teaches you is that you are not your thoughts. So because a thought pops into your head, it might be a voice talking, you might hear it, or it's just, a thought. It might be an image, something you see in your mind, right? We all do this. That what you learn from meditation is that that's not you. These things come and go, come and go. So you don't need to attach to them. You don't need to believe them. You don't need to follow them. You don't need to get upset by them, right? Because we all have crazy thoughts come into our head. That's the truth. You don't have to be schizophrenic. We all do. Anyone who's meditated for a while can tell you all kinds of crazy stuff, even if you haven't meditated, right? You just notice it during the day. Crazy stuff comes into your head. And it can, bad thoughts, good thoughts, random thoughts. Who knows where they come from, right? They might come from your past. Who knows? I don't know. But it's not you. That's not you. Who are you really? Is a spiritual religious question. Atman, soul, spirit. You're the one, to put it in practical terms, you're the one who's watching the thoughts. Right? The thoughts are not you. So just because you have a weird thought, a bad thought, a good thought, you can just let it go. It can come and go. It's just like waves on the ocean, and they just come and go, come and go. That's not you. Okay. Zoku Kamdai says, good morning with Damas. Thank you. Blessings to Professor Ajahn, AJ, Hoge, and your whole family from Mandalay, Myanmar. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Ajahn, that's the same in Thai. AJ, Amina says, AJ, how many hours do you study in a day? I mean, learning anything. That's a good question. I'm not really, right now, I'm not focused on concentrated study of anything. So what I tend to do is just follow my interests. And when I get interested in something, I'll just read and read and read and read and read on that topic for quite a long time. And some topics, of course, they're important, like business, marketing, sales, online things. This is part of my business. I do that all the time. It's not every single day though, but it goes up and down, up and down. So there might be some times where I do it, all night long, 4 or 5 hours, and then other nights where I don't. Jiu-jitsu, maybe. Jiu-jitsu is a sport many of you know about. That's where, I probably recently not so much, but in general, probably would watch an hour a day of jiu-jitsu videos. So that's study. And then I also would go to class, right? And practice. So for me, I don't have like one thing I'm trying to do. So I just let my interest, right? I'm much more focused. I mean, to be honest, I'm not really focused on studying things right now, studying a subject. My focuses are more internal. So I'm trying to just be a better person. I'm trying to be a better father. That's my number one goal right now. Be a better dad. So I'm focused on more emotional mastery and being a better father. So I do. I watch a lot of videos and read books on this topic. And just general topics of spirituality, religion, virtue. So it's not quite the same as, learning chemistry or a language, right? But that's my focus all day long right now. But, I'm 55 years old, and right now there's no topic I'm super interested in besides maybe jiu-jitsu. Coder says, I remember you talking about having a positive mindset before learning one of your videos. Thanks so much. Yes, very important. AJ, how do you read so many books? Again, it's just because I love reading and I get interested in things. So it goes up and down. Like for me, reading books, I don't know, I get the feeling some people reading books is like something they force themselves to do. So it's not so enjoyable. But for me, when I get interested and I get excited about something, I naturally want to read about it and learn more. And so this is what most of my reading is about. Like let's say I'm interested in child education. That's a topic actually. So I homeschool my kids. So I'll read a whole lot of books about education, homeschooling, teaching young children. So I'm just excited. So I just read through them. I have my nights in the evening, and I get ebooks because I can download them right immediately, and they're also cheaper. And I just read through them I'm pretty quick reader at this point. Especially nonfiction is pretty easy to read fast. So that's what it is. It's just I get interested in something, and then I'm excited about it. So it's easy to read a lot of books on that topic. And if I'm not excited about something, then I don't force myself to read. I'm like, I must read this. I just don't do that. So maybe that's why, because in my mind, reading is always something that's very pleasant and interesting. So I'm not doing it as a performance. Yes, he is great. Jose Carlos says, I'm a truck driver here in Brazil. I listen to the podcasts a lot. I listen to 3 per day, and I want to move to Canada. Yeah, that truck driver, it's a tough job, I know, but it does give you the opportunity to listen to lots and lots of audios. You can really work on English as a truck driver. That's great. It's great you're using it in a positive way. Second Mirror of Life says, AJ is one of the best teachers in the world because he can understand the feeling of who wants to speak English fluently. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Excuse me. Okay. Saban Afaran says, thanks for the brilliant live stream. Any ideas for learning English through lyrics and music videos? Just be careful with it. especially pop songs. Sometimes the lyrics are very hard to understand the meaning, or there really is no clear meaning. So it can sometimes help you with pronunciation, I guess. But it's okay. Music's not my favorite thing for learning. I think kids' songs actually can be much better because they tend to be more direct in meaning. So children's songs, but I'm sure a lot of adults don't want to sing children's songs in English. So, just enjoy it. But I think movies are a much better, if you want to do media, movies are a better way to learn language. Yeah, Psycho Cleefy says 1 or 2 hours of deliberate practice is so beneficial to get more advanced. Yes, indeed. Hale Kinchi says, greetings from Turkey. Thank you. Kamal B, how can one improve his or her accent? Well, I have a pronunciation course, so go to my website. It's on the screen there, effortlessenglishclub.com. And you can get my pronunciation course there. That's my only website, effortlessenglishclub.com. We have one for the courses, but in terms of official sites where you can buy my courses, it's only this one. Anything else is a fake, and you will get cheated. People just will take your money, and then you won't get the course. So be careful. effortlessenglishclub.com. Cleefy asks, what sort of books do you prefer to repeat more than one time? Well, there are some books I will read again. Sometimes many, many times. These tend to be either just a really, like a favorite books, like Lord of the Rings. I've read that so many times. I don't even know how many times. I can't count. Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I'm looking forward to reading those with my kids. Read to my kids, and then those stories. So certainly something like that. That's probably the only fiction, actually. And then the rest that I read again and again and again tend to be philosophical or spiritual or religious because, there are very deep ideas in there. And I find that I read them again and I understand a little more. So this might be something like Walden by Thoreau. I've read that many, many, many times. Or, of course, something like Bhagavad Gita, which, again, I've read many, many times, but still learning. Upanishads. This is a good question. Do you think listening to audio with theta waves works? This is called binaural beats, and they have the idea is that there's some beat. Usually it's different in each ear. You have to use headphones. And they'll have alpha waves, theta waves, delta. These are like different frequencies of your brain. The idea is that your brain will have when you're meditating, when you're resting, when you're sleeping. And the idea is that these audios will help your brain relax and get to that level. I honestly don't know. I have tried them, and I have them, and I've used them quite a lot. I do find they're relaxing, though. So in general, they're quite nice for relaxing. They're nice as background for some kind of guided meditation. So in that way, they work. But do they have a real ability to put you in that, make your mind in a meditation level state or deep sleep state? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it says there are lots of types of meditation. Exactly. Focused breathing, mindfulness, and doing nothing. Nature-inspired, mantra meditation. Yes, precisely. There's many, many ways to do this meditation. Akko, good to see you again. I'm happy to listen to your live show right now. I'll go to KL tomorrow, Kuala Lumpur, on a business trip. Great. Thanks to you, I can communicate with people easily in English. I really appreciate you. Oh, great. Akko's from Japan. So, great, Akko. Have a good time in KL. KL's a great place to speak English. A lot of English speakers there. So, yeah, enjoy KL. It's a nice city. I like it. Good. Jose Martin says, I'm so grateful to find you today online. I love your class. I'm from Rio de Janeiro. Awesome. All right, a couple more. What time is it? 40 minutes till 10 o'clock. Okay, good. Amro Arif says, you're the best teacher I have ever seen. I have a question. Can I take 2 or 3 courses from you and learn them at the same time? Yeah, you can, for sure. I think that some of them are combined together more easily. Like the pronunciation course is a good one to add to another course because it's quite different. And so you can use the pronunciation course with Power English, with VIP, with business, whatever. It works very well with that. Yes, so that would be good. Also, you could do Business English plus Power English, for example. So yes, you could do 2 or 3, and many people do this if you have time, right? You just need the time each day to do the lessons. But if you have the time, sure, it's kind of interesting because each course is a little different, has different kinds of lessons, so it can help your motivation. So you don't get bored with just doing one kind of thing. So for sure, enjoy. Oh, awesome. Emmanuel Pakwan says, I'm asking if you have any recommendations for me. I'm planning to join jiu-jitsu classes. All right, my second passion, other than teaching English, is jiu-jitsu. So it's always a danger I could turn this into a jiu-jitsu podcast, but I love to talk about it because it's so much fun. So, okay, Emmanuel, it depends on how old you are and what your goals are with jiu-jitsu. Really, really depends. Because my main advice is with jiu-jitsu gyms or schools or academies is that they can be very different. So if you go to one that's kind of wrong for you, that doesn't fit you, you might have a bad experience. Okay? So this is common. So it really depends. What are you wanting? How old are you? How much time do you have for jiu-jitsu? And what do you want to do? Do you want to compete in tournaments, right? You want to be like a serious competitor doing tournaments, trying to win trophies? Do you want to do mixed martial arts, right? Like fight in the cage, right? You got to be young to do these things because you're not going to be doing MMA if you're over 30. If you're starting when you're over 30, it's probably too late. You could do it for fun, but not going to be seriously competing. Or are you interested in just more relaxed, like more like self-defense, and you don't care about tournaments, right? That's me. I'm 55 years old. I don't care about tournaments. I'm not trying to be any kind of serious competitor. So I have a very different mindset, right? So some gyms, they're competition gyms and they're really aggressive and serious. And if that's not what you want, you're going to go there and they're going to smash you and it's going to be a very difficult situation and you might hate it. On the other hand, if you really want that, if you want aggression and you want serious, hard training all the time, if you go to a relaxed gym like where I go, you might feel like, it's not enough, right? You might feel like, these guys are too easy. They're too soft. So you got to just find a gym that fits you. So if you have some choices in your town, hopefully, visit them and just be clear in your mind, like what do you want? And find a gym that fits you. Like I am very happy with Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. And because I'm just, like I said, I'm just interested in self-defense and as a hobby. I'm not trying to compete. I'm not trying to win trophies. I'm not trying to do MMA. So Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is perfect for regular people like me. I can't train all the time. So yeah. Cool. Anna says I'm in a maternity leave right now and I'm listening to children's songs in English every day. For example, The Wheels on the Bus, Old MacDonald, Baby Shark. Yeah, that's great. Perfect. Okay, Soleil is being more clear. I'm living in Texas for 3 months. I'm a beginner level. Can you advise me? I study English for 10 hours. I feel lost. Okay, yes, Soleil. So look, you're in Texas. It's not, I'm going to guess what's happening. You're in Texas. You want to talk to people, right? You need real English, right? You want to go out and have conversations and chat with people, right? Not a bunch of academic English, I guess. So studying English, like studying grammar, studying textbooks, probably not what you need right now. My guess is you need what you're doing right now is tons of listening. Listening. The first thing you need to do is listening to podcasts. I recommend get one of my courses, get the Power English course. That's a good one to start with. Get Power English and do it. If you've got 10 hours a day, great. Do Power English 10 hours a day. Or get Power English plus VIP and do those. You want general conversational English first. Okay? So you can go out and just talk to everybody and start meeting people and chatting and have strong conversational everyday English. Then later, you can focus on more business level, academic, whatever your goals are for work or something like that. But I would say Power English VIP, do that 10 hours every single day. If that's too much, you can also sometimes just read books. Right? Read simple novels, children's books, things like that. Graded readers are very good. So you can mix up when you get if you're listening, you need a break from listening, do some reading. Okay? But just focus on that. Reading and listening. Forget the textbooks, forget the grammar study. Don't worry about any of that right now. You got to get your listening and of course speaking, but your vocab and your listening has got to get up higher so you can get out there and really interact with people. Talk to people. Okay, this will be the last one, guys, and then I got to go. Okay, let's see. Zaban Afrin, I'll answer this one. It's a good one. And DP from Morocco, hello and thank you. Okay, last question. Zaban Afrin says, thanks for the answer. Could you please recommend one or some English movies or series suitable for learning? Sure, I can. Yes. And do you recommend subtitles or just distracting? Okay, ones that I like. I love, you guys will know, Jerry Maguire, About a Boy. It's British, but it's great. I have a course called Red Pill English Course. That's a course that teaches you all the vocab in the movie The Matrix. So The Matrix. Was it Along Came Polly? Hitch. Kind of romantic comedies are tend to be quite good because they're light and positive generally and kind of funny, but they also have a lot of normal conversation in them, right? So they're quite good. Romantic comedies in general are a good kind of movie that you could do. So I know some people do Friends and some sitcoms, but honestly, they can be difficult because they got so many jokes in them, and jokes are cultural. So many times the jokes depends on the series, right? But many times in those sitcoms, situational comedies, TV shows like Friends, many times those jokes can be hard to understand if you're not from the culture, right? So Friends is American. So if you're not American, you might understand the language. You might use the subtitles, for example. And but you're still like, I don't understand. Why is it funny? Because maybe you don't know the culture. So that's why I don't often recommend like those kind of comedies. Romantic comedies I find tend to be they're not really so much jokes. If there's something funny, it's more like a situation. It's more physical, and I find people usually understand why it's funny, right? Meet the Parents, that would be a good one. Right, that could be a good one too. Things like that. The question about subtitles, yes, you can use subtitles. Use the English subtitles, I recommend. So you might watch one scene. I have a video on YouTube about how to do the movie technique. So find that video on my YouTube channel. And it's a lot of detail about how to use movies to learn. But in general, you can use the English subtitles, and then you can watch it, watch a scene or watch part of the movie with the English subtitles. You can take notes. You can pause and take notes. You can look up new words if you need to. And then you can later listen again to the same part without the subtitles. You can do that 10 times, 20 times, 50 times if you need to, and really learn that movie well. And if you want to get my Red Pill English course, actually, I don't know, it's not for sale. You can find it. You have to buy another course first, and then you can buy it. So if you're already a member, you can buy that Red Pill course. I think for non-members, you can't do it. So, yeah. All right, so I taught you the 4 habits. Go back, watch the video, review, use these habits, okay? The main idea of this video is that make your goals each day, these habits, simple and easy to do so that you feel motivated. Every day you feel successful because you can do it. You have your morning routine, right? You do listen to English 1 hour a day, at least, right? But you don't have to set a super goal, 1 hour a day, right? At the end of the day, you look back and you decide, was I successful or not? And then finally, before you go to bed, you have some kind of routine, maybe a meditation, something that puts you in a positive mindset right before bed. Those are the 4 habits. Get my book for free, 100% free. Go to effortlessenglishclub.com, enter your email there, and you will get a link. I'll send it to you. I'll email you a link. You can get my book, download my book for free. Mwah! Lots of love to you. See you next time, and bye for now.